a writer and performer for the Valley's first Friday Night Live variety show. It's Margo Brookover, everybody. Come on over, Margo. Thank you.
Let's all scale this couch.
Oh, yeah, this is...
I did it.
Oh, you're so much more graceful than I was.
It's because I'm wearing these Crocs I stole from my friend. They're like so comfortable.
I'm very jealous of that.
Speaking of a crock, I should point out this politically themed show that Space 55 is having. Not that the show is a crock, but politics in general. I have the flyer here. So this beautiful backdrop is for SpaceCon, which is happening here at Space 55. If we throw this up on YouTube before the end of the month, you'll be able to catch it between now and October 2nd.
Yeah.
Fridays and Saturdays, 8, and Sundays at 5. So, space55.org. Space55.org. That's kind of rude. I bring you out and then I do a plug for the theater.
It's fine. It's good. There's a lot of really good people in that show that I'm friends with, so I'm excited for them to get a plug.
Cool.
Because they're funny people. I can see them there, and there.
Well, you're in a fantastic show yourself. First Friday Night Live.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Saturday Night Live, but based in Phoenix with local artists and everything. We actually have an okay host for our next show.
Oh,
coming
really?
On.
Some local hack.
Some schmuck named Russ. Some schmuck named Russ.
You have a ginger quota to fill for the year, I presume? Or
I can't be the only one.
Are you intentionally wearing a Batman ribbon? I just got that for a Batman Day.
For Batman Day.
Wow, cool.
Yeah.
And you're sitting next to a Robin.
Batman and Robin.
Cool.
Much like the shoes, I stole these from my friend Amber.
Jeez,
I like
Batman
my
would probably frown upon the petty crime, but
it'll be fine. I'll return it.
So are you one of these nerd girls? Are you into the whole comic book movies thing? Or?
I am. So I grew up watching like a lot of anime, like as a kid, and my parents would kind of just leave me and all about books and comics for like hours on end in Barnes and Noble. So I've been going to like cons by myself since I was like 11. So they just kind of like leave me, and I go and I like roam and find a place to sleep. It's not neglectful. It's very like empowering.
Place to sleep at the con? Usually under like a Jedi's robe or something.
I mean, like in the viewing rooms, like like one time the creator of Gargoyles was in there and was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Napping."
And we get security plays. We have a child, just a random child in here. That's cool though. So you've been into geek culture your whole life. A fan of probably TV and film as well, which is why you're involved in this FF&L thing.
Yes.
So yeah, segue it right back. Just direct it right back into
FF&L.
What other city in America, let me just say this right now, what other city in America do you think has its own late night talk show in the style of Johnny Carson and its own variety show in the style of Saturday Night Live? Does Portland have that? No. Does Seattle have that?
I mean, they might.
Maybe, but not as good as this.
At least 6 other cities
Have the combination of a variety
I'm sure,
show and a late night
at
talk
least
show?
6 other cities have to.
Oh, like Bismarck?
Yeah.
And
like Little Rock.
Little Rock, sure.
Live from Little Rock.
Live from Little Rock. It's
First Rock Live.
Little Rock Live.
Little Rock Live.
I can't even say it. Little Rock Live.
Little Rock Live. Little Rock Live. Little Rock blah 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 blah.
I got it.
Yeah.
That's some of that yes improv that you've been doing.
All that yes anding.
Yeah, yes anding, right. So where did this come from? Who was like, the Valley, Phoenix needs a Saturday Night Live on Friday night? Where did this idea come from?
So Michael 23, I've only been with the show, this is my 3rd season. It's been going on for a while before that, but Michael 23, back when he was doing Thought Crime before Firehouse, they started doing FF&L. And they would do it, I think they did it here one time, and then they did it like Bragg's Pie Factory, and it just sort of moved around until it became a fixture at the Firehouse. I actually met everybody at Comic-Con, ironically.
Wow. Cool.
They had a panel, and I showed up, and they presented themselves as much more professional than they actually were.
Probably like the real Saturday Night Live, probably.
I was all like, "Oh, this is so exciting! I'm gonna go and I'm gonna audition, and it's so serious." And you've been to the Firehouse, like
I've been there.
It's
a local theater, we should say, for folks.
It is a local
that
theater.
Are thinking we're doing like a volunteer firefighting effort or something if they're
It's
watching.
both. It's both.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
I was like,
Ooh, those firemen. Yes.
There's stuff sliding down poles there, but it's not the same as like.
They took that pole out, actually.
They took the pole out.
They took the pole out.
Okay.
It's not there anymore. A child broke it.
A child broke the pole.
A child broke it.
As opposed to the pole usually breaking in a child. It was the other way around. Okay.
Aw. But
breaking it.
no, I show up to the firehouse, and at this point I hadn't done anything downtown at all, and I walk in, and like it's an outdoor sort of stage and area, and one of the guys who I would come to know later as Joe Sawinski Dagger Pan is just hanging out there like shirtless, like playing loud music, smoking, drinking half a bottle of vodka, just like, hey, what's up? What you doing? And my older brother Ryan had insisted on coming with me because he didn't feel safe letting me like go by myself into the city.
Okay.
Because I grew up in like a small town area.
Sure.
And he just looks at me, he's like, grabs my shoulder, do you want to leave? We can leave. And I'm like, no, like we'll stick around. And then about 35 minutes after they said it would start, people showed up and we had a writers meeting, and I stuck with it.
Wow, cool. And you've been with it for 3 seasons as a writer.
This is my 3rd season, yeah.
And a performer. So can you like just give us a quick glimpse at what like the life of a sketch, maybe from its initial concept to ultimate performance?
Okay, so when I write sketches, if I can't write the sketch like within an hour, I don't use it for FFNL, because if I don't think that the idea is funny enough that I can like spend that much time in one sitting, it's not going to work for me on stage. Like if I come back to it later, it's just not going to be good.
Sure.
So we have our writers meeting every week, and I'll write it down and I'll bring it in, and they'll give notes, and I'm really bad. Like I don't usually take the notes, and I kind of just like do them as is. I'm really stubborn about that, and I'm trying to be better. But I wrote this reoccurring character for the show, Kiki. She is a velociraptor. Yeah. And she is involved in just various scenarios. The first one, this young forlorn young man is going on a blind date, and his friend's like, you gotta get back out there. It's my sister's friend. Her name's Kiki. She's super cute, and she's also a velociraptor. And she just bursts in, and she's like, and like, everyone's just having like normal conversation. They acknowledge she's a dinosaur, but it's for the most part like she's doing dinosaur things like eating people and all of that. But it's also like, wow, you're making me feel really emotionally safe, Kiki. Like you could be the one. And then they like fall in love.
Wow. Okay.
So that's like the stuff that I write.
That's cool. I think I've been on a few dates like that.
Yeah.
But,
Velociraptors.
And I'll tell you, that didn't last 10 to 13 minutes. I'll tell you that much.
Please educate me. Okay.
You know, what like a porno movie with Kiki would be called Jurassic Pork. That's all. I just thought of it. It's stupid. But
and much like Kiki the Velociraptor, the idea is extinct.
Wow. Somehow Newman would still be in it, I think, which would be weird. But
He'd just be in the background like, yeah,
right.
Little ham sandwich.
So you dig karaoke too, right?
Yes.
You and I are both big karaoke people.
It's weird to me that we have not karaoke together.
It is weird because I have pretty much karaokeed with everybody in town that's into karaoke. In one
Oh
way.
yeah, man, like you don't even know.
What are some of your go-tos? What's your
I murder Jules, You Were Meant for Me. And
Oh, nice.
I'm really good. Don't laugh. It's a good song. And then I do like Tina Turner's What's Love Got to Do with It and things like that.
Where do you
I
go?
like ballads. I love to go to the gay bars to sing karaoke because they're so empty, but then like they know show tunes. So like sometimes you just want to sing a show tune, you know? You want to get really belty with it. And if you go to like a sports bar, they're just like, you know, like Jean Valjean, prisoner 631. They're like, we want to hear, hey, yeah.
We want to hear, you look like a what's going on kind of a girl. Where's what's going on? Have you ever hosted karaoke? It seems like since you're such a show person that it would be something you'd...
I did. So I was out of work last year, and as I tend to lurk in karaoke bars, one of the ladies like took pity on me, and she's like, do you want to make some extra cash?
Wow, cool.
And she would just be like, okay, like you seem like you know what you're doing. I'll just be over here and drinking. And she'd go have a couple of drinks, and I would take over a show, and she'd toss me like $70. So it was nice.
$70?
Right?
Wow, that's a great...
It was good. It was like a once-a-week gig.
Wow.
A little gas money.
Was it at a gay bar, or was it at...
It was not. It was at the Hideaway Lounge.
Hideaway Lounge on Thomas and 30-something?
Yes.
Been there, done that. Yep.
Right.
Right now it's Donk is doing karaoke there on Friday nights.
It's weird now since Sherry left. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I won't go back. I was only there for her. But there's like that, I never knew that a bar could like have those stereotypical like regulars that come in and out like on like I didn't, because I'm not like a barfly kind of person.
Sure.
And being there for like the 6 months that I was, like there's like Pat and like Big Mama Verna and like all these people like yes, that's her name, Big Mama Verna.
Of course, yeah.
And like Pat like closes out every night with "Good Night, Sweetheart," and he'll be like, "Well, hello there, darling.
Wow.
Would you like a lemon drop? I have both the candy and I can get you some liquor." And that's a very lovely top you've got on there. Okay, Pat. Pat's not his real name. They call him Pat because he like pats the waitresses on the ass.
Oh, one of those old-fashioned men.
Yeah.
Okay.
As he's singing like "Good night, sweetheart." Good night, sweetheart.
It's time to go, and he's like slipping him a hotel room key or something like that, because he's homeless is what I'm getting at, bouncing from hotel room to hotel room.
She has like the most beautiful family. He adopted these 3 beautiful like African American sisters, and they like come. They're like, okay, Dad, let's go home.
Wow.
Or like pick him up.
This guy like adopted his own personal Uber service. Is what you just described basically. That's awesome.
They're delightful.
That's amazing. Usually stories like that take a dark turn. That took an uplifting turn. That took a really nice he's actually a great family man. He just comes to the bar to escape some responsibility because the kids can.
If you're watching, Pat, I respect you so deeply.
Wow. I'm expecting a lot of YouTube comments under this episode. Your fan from North on the 17 and Pat from Hideaway Lounge.
Yeah.
Come on down, guys. The next show could be you. This could be we do a special episode where it's just friends of guests that come out. So the next First Friday Night Live is, and it's First Friday because in Phoenix there are
the Art Walk.
The Art Walk is every first Friday. So you already have people out and about looking for entertainment, appreciating that kind of stuff. And
we're kind of like the after party. So like once all of the 12-year-olds in their like Rocky Horror costumes go home, then people lurk to us and they sit down and they watch a show. It's a good time.
First Friday's kind of taken a little, let's get controversial. It's taken a little bit of a turn where it's gone from art gallery exhibition to the Tempe Marketplace.
There
kind of
are
thing,
a lot of like Scottsdale bakeries that have like little spots in there.
Well, that's cool. I think the culinary arts per se, but like just young people coming out and just clogging up the street is basically the last time I walked around. So there's a lot of young people here making me feel old and weird. Right? I'm right?
Yes.
Robin, have you ever done a First Friday night down here?
I was actually frustrated because I went to the Nash, because I had to go to the Nash.
Sure.
It's my last name.
Of course, yes.
It's like, my brother said, you have to go check out this bar. You heard about a jazz bar in Phoenix.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize normally it's BYOB. So I brought this huge bottle of wine on First Friday, and I walk in and they said, we don't actually accept wine. You can't bring your own alcohol on First Fridays.
Because of so many minors walking around?
Because of all the minors. So I was very upset and had to walk the bottle back to the car. And
hey, you can always bring your own alcohol to FFNL. Like,
can I?
You can.
The L stands for liquor. A lot of people don't know that. But,
The Nash is a great jazz club, but I won't go back now on a first Friday.
Sure,
for that.
just go back
Yeah.
any other time. but-
Exactly.
Yeah, wow.
That was my experience.
Just gotta like
I mean, it's stupid. It's not like I need alcohol to have a good time, but
No, but you knew something
that
about
time.
the place and you went.
get like a boob flask. You know, a little flask you just stick in there.
I don't own one, do you?
Just like go to the store, get a little flask. Nuzzle it right in there. Nature's backpack.
I'm going to now that you said that. It's a good idea. All right, I'll go back to First
do I have
Friday.
Nature's fanny pack then? What do I have?
We all
Nature's kilt pouch? What do you call this?
I call it a penis.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a
You
little on the
can't store
nose,
things in
but
there.
you can't store things in
You
there.
can't store
Sure,
things
you
in
can. You
there.
store the future in there. That's how I look at it. Anyway, you tell too soon. You tell Adam 7,000 years ago that you can't store anything in there. Cut to the earth, my friend. Okay. Cut to us. 2016 AD. Okay, let's bail out of this. See, this would not. This could be a sketch. This could have been a sketch on where Eve would have described her bosom as God's given backpack, and he would have said, "What do I have?" And they could have yes-anded that for like 5 minutes.
I mean, dude, you're hosting. Like, you could have written that.
Let's work it out. Let's flesh it out,
We
if
have
you will, and see
two
what
more
happens.
episodes. Like 2 more episodes to do after yours.
Oh, right, so you guys work in seasons.
We do seasons.
Okay, because it's outdoors, so if it gets a little, the weather is depends on the weather.
December show is actually our last show, is FFNL. There's talk about moving it to a different venue, but the Firehouse will be closing down. So we don't know what's gonna happen.
Oh boy.
But they're kind of like always like the Firehouse is gonna close and then it doesn't. So we'll see. But December is the last show for the season.
I'm glad you told me that though, because if I had hosted, then 2 months later I found out the place closed down, I would have been like, what did I do? I did something wrong.
Well, I mean, after I booked you, they told me. So.
Oh, there you go. Okay, well, come see one of potentially the last episodes ever of First Friday Night Live, starring me, Russ Kazmierczak, and Margo Brookover, everybody. Writer, performer.